Well, tonight, police are sorting through a tragic situation after a 4-year-old boy got his hands on a gun and accidentally shot himself.
It was just so terrible. This happened in Akron, and the child remains in critical condition. As Bob Jones reports, detectives are trying to determine if charges will be filed, and they're also sending out an urgent message about gun safety at home.
We get a frantic 911 call from someone in the household that there was an accidental shooting involving a 4-year-old boy.
That 911 call, which News 5 is choosing not to play, sent police and paramedics to Ed Meyer Court. Investigators learned the boy found an unsecured gun in a bedroom and accidentally shot himself in the head.
The boy, as children are, just probably was curious and harmed himself with the gun. He's still in the hospital fighting for his life. I understand the injuries are extremely critical.
Detectives determined the gun belongs to a relative who was not home at the time, but other adults and kids were home when the shooting happened. Police are looking into whether the gun was legally owned while they figure out if charges will be filed.
Charges could apply, and that'll be a conversation for the detectives to continue to have with the prosecutor. But based on what I was told this morning, they have not reached a final determination yet.
While the boy is being treated at Akron Children's Hospital, police are reminding people about the importance of gun safety in the home.
These types of things happen far too often. This is very painstaking. This is incredibly difficult.
A recent study by Nationwide Children's Hospital in Columbus looked at 279 accidental shootings among kids in 33 states between 2009 and 2018. In 92% of those cases, guns were left loaded and unlocked. Lieutenant Miller believes future tragedies could be avoided if more people used gun locks. The department gives them away at community events, or you can call 330-375-2390 to schedule a time to pick up a free gun lock.
We do provide gun locks, and we think they go a long way to help keeping folks safe, especially children in a household.
Tonight, Miller says his thoughts are with that 4-year-old, a heartbreaking case for his family and the community.
This is heavy, right? Considering the totality of the circumstances, the significance of his injury. Again, we're praying with the family.
In Akron, Bob Jones, News 5.
That statistic is really sobering. That was in Bob's story there. So a little more on this. The number of homes with guns is declining, according to Nationwide Children's. But there are still an estimated 300 million guns in this country, and it can be especially dangerous for children when a gun is in the home. Nationwide found nearly 1,300 kids younger than 18 die from shootings every year. They estimate some 22 million children live in homes with guns. Most of the child victims of unintentional shootings are boys and are usually shot by a friend or a relative, most often a brother. Nationwide also found about 40% of unintentional shooting deaths among kids 11 to 14 happen in the home of a friend. Today, an investigator from Nationwide Children's told me in 90% of these cases, the gun was loaded and unlocked. What needs to happen? Is there one missing piece that you can point to?
So addressing these terrible deaths is going to take a variety of approaches, right? So we need safe storage within homes. We need parents and family members to take accountability and make sure that they're locking up their firearms. But we also need policies. We know from other research that...
And the doctor went on to elaborate on those policies, saying safe storage laws can prevent unintentional firearm deaths. And if your child is going to a friend's home, she says, don't be embarrassed. Don't be afraid. Ask if there are guns in the home, and also ask about safe storage.